What's going on, everybody? Tom Kwiat here, live and amplified. I hope you all are having an absolutely amazing day. We are back with another music video critiques, and I'm excited to jump into this one. This is a new artist for me. This is a new music video. Obviously, if it's a new artist, it's a new music video. But it is The Room Is Yours by Tauren Wells. I'm guessing it's Tauren. That feels like it's how it should be pronounced. But yeah, so I'm excited to jump into this and see how it goes. So let's get it. Get it. All right. Y'all already know I'm a sucker for a nice little title screen. And the fact that this is shot in 4:3, already winning, and it's got an old school, I wouldn't say it's quite an old film look. It looks a little bit more VHS. Like a mix of film and VHS, which is cool, giving it the aesthetic. The only thing that I might have changed is like the Tauren Wells is somewhat readable, but that The Room Is Yours is really hard to read on the white. So I would have either made that yellow darker or just committed and gone like full black or something and just made it a little bit easier to read. But it is what it is. It's not like it's not even a deduction at this point. It's just kind of like stylizing and something that I think would work a little bit better, but it is what it is. So, but at the end of the day, it does, at least from this frame, the color of the font matches kind of the vibe and the aesthetic of the music video.
I'm not here with an agenda.
Okay.
Lord, you can take your time. More than a Sunday morning, God. You can have my whole life. The room is yours.
Okay, so the only thing that's confusing me, and it's not even really confusing me at all, is the jump between this room and the previous room. They look like they could be the same room, but you can kind of tell they're not. Like, just even looking at the floor, this is more of a cement, maybe an epoxy floor, whereas in the other room, I believe, yeah, it looked a little bit more like a straight cement or possibly even like wood flooring, like wood floor paneling or whatever. I don't know how I feel about this. Like, I don't know if I'm confused if they're trying to make it feel like one giant room or the same room, or if they're intentionally trying to make it two separate rooms. But if they're trying to make it two separate rooms, they need to make it feel a little bit different. But in the back of my head, maybe this is intended to be the same room, or maybe it is the same room. It's just... No, it's not the same room. There's no way this is the same room. I mean, it is hard to tell because, like, you can't really see the flooring on this shot. I don't know. Anyways, I'm focusing way too hard on that. With a title called The Room Is Yours, you would think that the intent is for it to be the same room, but this doesn't feel like the same room. But I don't know if you want it to. I don't know. Hold on. Let's let it play out. My brain is just like, what the fuck are you talking about?
The room is yours. Oh. Come have your way. 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 Reach into my devotion, God. My heart and heaven locked in eyes. Yeah.
Yeah, these aren't the same rooms. Okay.
I want you more than for a moment, Lord. for my whole life.
Honestly, though, I like this setup better. What I would have almost done, looking at this just kind of, you know, from a filmmaker's perspective, I would have kept this like the performance shot a little bit more performy, because now you got like the, I don't know if it's supposed to be a choir, or if they're going to end up doing like background dancing, or like you got like more people walking in. I kind of like how they did that. Instead of doing your secondary shot in a very similar looking room in a very similar way, I would have maybe leaned in a little bit more on the religious aspect and done it in like a church hall, like in a I know I can't think of what it's called now, but like in the temple, or in the church, like actually in pews or whatever. Like I would have kind of just leaned in on that a little bit more and made it a little bit more made that a little bit more personal. Like, and I think it would have broken up the music video enough to be a little bit different, because the issue I'm having right now is, because it's two similar looking shots in two different rooms, but they still look relatively similar, it doesn't work for me. Like I'd almost want that secondary shot to be in like a church pew where it's like distinctly different. Sorry, I just realized what jacket he had on, so I had to do it. I'm sorry.
Come have your way, 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 move how you wanna move, Lord, right here, right now. Whatever you're in is moving. A pillar of fire, upper room.
Yeah, see, I think like this is a really good music video. Like it's simple, it's not overdone. It's matching the pacing, and I think by the introduction of the crew here, or the backup, or the background singers, or whatever, or the choir, or whatever it is you want to call it, it kind of broke up the video a little bit. But for me, I think that secondary shot where he's in the more rustic looking building, or the rustic looking room, that needed to be in the church. That needed to be, he's standing in the pews, and it's the shots are a little bit tighter, a little bit closer, and it's a little bit more during the slow, dramatic moments. But that's just my opinion.
The sound of an army singing, like a valley of bones that caught a second wind.
That's a
the
transition,
blood that flowed from Calvary into the tomb you found me in. So if you're here to start a miracle, this is what we've waited for. Stir it up in me. Whatever you're in is moving.
Honestly, though, I'm not gonna lie, had they incorporated that earlier into the film, it would have made it, or into the music video, it would have made it a little bit more interesting. And so, yeah, it's like a single lock-off shot where you're basically seeing everybody from here up, and as if you can fit in the frame, you're in the frame. But it is that is a really, it's really interesting that they introduced that specific shot 3 minutes into the music video.
The sound of an army singing, like a valley of bones that caught a second wind. The blood that flowed from Calvary into the tomb you found me in. So if you're here to start a miracle, this is what we've waited for. Stir it up in me. Whatever you're in is moving. A pillar of fire, an upper room. The sound of an army singing, like a valley of
Now I feel like they had that secondary shot just to introduce the the background singer, or the featured artist, and Robert Angel. It feels like a long time to have a secondary shot just to introduce the featured artist almost 4 minutes into the music video. But you could have still done that in the church. I feel like that would have been the perfect spot to do that in the church.
The room is yours. It all belongs to you. The room is yours. Come have your way. Come have your way. Come have your way. Come have your way.
Yeah. I still think that secondary shot needed to be in like the church or something, even if it was just meant to kind of be a cutaway and then eventually bring in the featured artist. I still think that would have made it a little bit more interesting and a little bit more different, because like in the music video itself, it had 3 very similar looking rooms in 3 similar looking shots. Now, yes, that the black and white of them in the studio was a bit tighter, and it was more like behind the mic or on top of the mic. And so it had a little bit of a different feel, but honestly, I think that secondary shot where he was in the more rustic building, that needed to be in the church and then eventually bring out the featured act or the featured artist, and you could have had some fun with that and done some cool stuff. But like the vibe and the aesthetic of the entire music video matches the vibe of the song. The pacing and the editing worked really well. It was slowly paced, like the song was slower paced, so the editing kind of followed that momentum and eventually kind of, picked up as the song picked up, So I definitely enjoyed the music video. The song's not technically the type of music I listen to, but good music video, shot really well. All the important things. It's in focus. It's shot really well. They had a style. They stuck to it. The only 2 things that I thought were weird was that secondary shot, like I'd mentioned. I think that should have been in the church. And then the introduction of the 3rd shot at like 3 minutes into the music video, I felt like that kind of came out of nowhere. But it is what it is my opinion. So. But yeah, once again, hope you all have a great 2026. We are rolling with the critiques. We are rolling with the podcast. It's going to be a grand old year, and we got a lot of cool stuff in the books. So, y'all have a good one, and I'll talk to you later.